Well, hello again. It's been a while since I uploaded anything to this channel. It's been here for a long time, but if you go through it, you'll just find like 3 videos or something. Pretty much like this one, but with no commentary. I will start a kind of a new format for these videos now. I want to comment the process I share here. Maybe you'll catch a rant or two, related or unrelated to the topic depicted. So, what are we doing today? Well, this is my character Aidel. She's an angel of sorts. In her story, angels are not like purely spiritual beings exactly. Let's say they're not biblically accurate, like those drawings you can find online with many, many wings and many, many eyes. And yes, there are male and female angels in her story. She's an angel, kind of. This here is a participation. I wanted to say commission, but it's not really a commission. It's a little tribute to José Guadalupe Posada, the world famous Mexican engraver, because, well, he used to draw a lot of skeletons and skulls, and we are in spooky season, so we are going to put together a little homage to him in a special edition of our fanzine. We have a humble fanzine, me and other draftsmen from Aguascalientes. We publish a monthly fanzine. Jorge Sanchez, or Kainis, that's his pen name, is the curator, and in Historietas Hidrocálidas, that's the name of the publication. I am a regular collaborator and editor of the printed and digital versions. This time we are dedicating the fanzine to Posada, who is one of those very, very famous, important, and influential Mexican illustrators. He lived from the end of the 19th century to the beginnings of the 20th century. Like I said, he made a lot of drawings and engravings. He was a cartoonist of sorts, a social critic. His engravings of skeletons, they are supposed to be satirical. They are criticisms of, or rather criticize, different aspects and situations of 19th century, 20th century Mexico. And normally, the depiction of people as skeletons was a way of making fun of them, mostly to express to the viewer that you shouldn't take anything too seriously. You are going to die. You are dead anyway. In the end, you're just a skeleton like everyone else. That was pretty much the gist of it. Here, Aidel is depicted in the pose and mostly the style of Posada's most renowned engraving, that was called originally La Calavera Garbancera, which you can roughly translate to the chickpea selling skeleton, or something like that. I mean, that's literal translation. La Garbancera refers to a kind of people, of merchants in the time of Posada, that were mostly indigenous or from indigenous origins, mostly women, that sold these chickpeas, these legumes, these peas that in those days people would use as a substitute for corn, because apparently that made food more European or something. These women used to wear a lot of flowers and feathers on big, apparently French style hats to look like they were very wealthy, very noble even people. And Posada made fun of them drawing this skeleton with a big hat with lots of feathers and flowers and very elegant looking, very excessive looking, on a skeleton. Just a little naked skeleton. Like I said, to remind them that they shouldn't take all those ornaments very seriously. You are dead anyway, you're just one of us. like anyone else. That was the original sense of it, the original name of it. Nowadays, it's known by the name La Catrina. There are many versions now, and I think there was a version of the Catrina as some kind of queen of the underworld. Was it in the Book of Life movie or something? Maybe. I don't remember. There are many versions now. It's a very famous image, completely related, devoted even to the celebration of the Day of the Dead. But that started later. What I just told you was the original idea and the original engraving of the Garbancera. But the character, the drawing, was reused or taken, implemented, most likely with consent from Posada, by Diego Rivera, who is an even more famous Mexican illustrator. He was a muralist. He was a very prolific muralist. He painted a lot of murals, and he married Frida Kahlo, who is also a very celebrated, very overrated Mexican illustrator too. A Mexican painter rather. She was a canvas painter. And Rivera, he took this character, this skeleton with a super elegant, pretentious hat, and gave her a body with this also very pretentious scarf, like a feathered serpent, and also a very elegant cocktail dress. And he painted this skeleton, which Diego called Catrina. She was a Catrina. The Catrines and Catrinas was a name or epithet given to also very elegant people, very pretentious people of the 1900s in Mexico. Many of them with Spanish ascendancy. And it was a way to call them like posh or snobs or something like that. And such is the origin of the Catrina. Diego painted this skeleton walking by the hand of Posada in his mural called Sueño de una tarde dominical en la Alameda Central. Something like Dream of a Sunday afternoon at the Central Park. It's a big painting, a mural. He painted many characters there, including himself, Posada, Don Porfirio, and Frida even. Many representations of people of the time too, of their costumes and attires. It's like a snapshot of those days with many notes and criticisms. Rivera was very critical, like a good muralist. And muralism itself was very critical of Mexican society as a whole. Well, that's all for this little process of Aidel Garbancera, a tribute to Posada. Thank you for watching.